Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Here we are again, and um, today, last month we had Mona Lisa, one of our clients, talking about how to build trust, with patients and and people in the community for healthcare in healthcare. Today, we are fortunate to have my dear friend Dr. Sam Walker, and I'm so excited to have her here. And if you don't know, she is the president of a Case Management Society of America for the Central Indiana chapter. She serves on the board for the national CMSA. And she also runs her own company. She's a founder of Managed Care Consultant. And if you don't know, she has been leading care team nurses for the past how many years, Dr. Sam?
I swear I'm 29, but I've been leading teams for about 30 years.
Wow, that's the dedication we can see right here. And I see we've already have about 100 people registered for this event. And that tells me how important and how much people care about this topic. These days, people, come and go, and it's not simply the paycheck, right? And we'll dive into more. But I wanted to welcome my dear friend, Dr. Sam Walker, and welcome. Good morning.
Thank you, Sue. What an honor to be here. Thank you.
Great. How was your vacation in Florida? I know you just came back. I see the tan on your face.
Yeah. It's always nice to get away, but I like to come home. It's fun to see the sun, but I'm more comfortable with the Indiana weather. It's all I've ever really known. So
That's wonderful. And
yeah.
I'm in Boston this year. I'm sorry, today, I should say, this week. It's like a treat. We have 50 to 70 degrees. I was like, this is
Wow.
dream weather.
Yeah.
So we are taking advantage of that before it goes back to winter again. If uh, the winter is usually 5 months long here, but this week it's beautiful. So, welcome, Dr. Sam. I'm so thrilled to have you, and I'm sure our audience is excited to hear your story and insight. And tell us what brought you to healthcare. I know you are mostly in senior care, senior
Mhm.
living space. Tell us what brought you into this space, and maybe how it looked like back in the days.
Yeah, so when I started out as a young kid, my mother was a certified nursing assistant in a skilled nursing facility. And so oftentimes she would take us to work with her when she didn't have daycare or whatever. And I learned a respect for seniors way back in the day. My girlfriend was applying to nursing school and asked me if I wanted to ride along. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I can do that. We went down to the university. She was applying and I was not paying attention, and I got peer pressured into applying for nursing school. I told them there was no way that I am smart enough to become a nurse, and they wouldn't have it. They had me fill out the application, and the rest is history, right? So I've spent my whole career providing care for other people.
Wow, that is amazing. So it was your friend who got you into
Yeah,
this
I was
field.
always interested in healthcare because of, my mother's roots. She started in the kitchen when she was like 16 years old and worked her way up to her certified nursing assistant. And she found a lot of joy and fulfillment in it. And I wanted to give back to others.
That's awesome, the influence from your mom, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's wonderful. Great. Well, I know you've been leading team, like you said, almost 3 decades, and I wanted to, have you share what is one moment early in your career kind of shaped how you lead your team today?
So, beginning way back in the day, charting was still paper and pen, actually. So I started off working in hands-on care in a skilled nursing facility before I moved into more of a management leadership role. And I remember picking up some extra shifts and charting with the wrong ink color, and then being, and feeling like I was in trouble the next day because I charted in green instead of blue or something so silly like that. And I know, like, we have a huge nursing shortage on our hand. You want to embrace people and build them up and focus on the positive things rather than tear someone down. So I wanted to give back in a different way than my receiving into the profession.
Gotcha. Yes, you lead by example, right? And
Yes.
I remember one event that you invited me to, a work event, and the way how, you know, everyone, how you greet everyone and hugs everyone. And
Um,
that just made impression, and how you care about the people that you lead. And when I thought about this topic, I said, there's no better person, that could talk about this topic. So I'm so excited. And I wanted to, so as we all know, in healthcare, there's very high turnover, right? And what is your number one reason that, you think that people leave their jobs?
I think a lot of it is not feeling seen and heard. That there's sometimes a disconnect from leadership to the people who actually do the hands-on work. And I am more of the liaison between that role to ensure everybody feels seen and heard. Once you have buy-in from your team, the productivity is off the charts.
Definitely, definitely. I love that you help making everyone feel seen, heard, and appreciated. And that is
Yes.
huge these days, right? I've heard, people quit their job because, their leaders are not listening anymore. And
Mhm.
it's so simple, listen, the word listen, but yet not, you know, everyone's doing it, right? So
Yes.
right, and so listening and intention, and help them, the little things that we do to help them feel appreciated. Maybe it's a thank you. Maybe it's a, celebrating their birthdays, or a, saying acknowledging their small and big wins. What is your take on that?
I agree with that fully. Another thing is remembering that they're doing the hands-on work, and so they're the ones that are the front line, and they see the things that have areas of opportunity for improvement, right? So if you get their buy-in, then you can incorporate that into the daily workload where you're able to, and it just helps make a smoother process all along. I joined a team at one point where they had lost 5 team members in 2 months, and that's a direct reflection of the leadership style. They didn't feel seen, they didn't feel heard, they didn't feel appreciated. I came in and we turned the department around as a team, so it's really pays off. And it's
Right.
expensive to recruit and hire and train and do all those things. That's a economic blow for the company. So where you can build up your team, it's always more beneficial on so many levels.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yes, it takes, I was looking at stats too, how much it takes to replace or hire a new person. So
Mhm.
rather than, you know, always attracting, good people, why don't we keep them, the good people you've already found, and, who really do good work? The little things that we can do to help them really feel seen, heard, and appreciated, right? And
Yes.
what do you do personally to, help them feel seen, heard, and understood, or appreciated? What's your
Yeah.
secret recipe?
So I touch base with my team a couple times during the week as a group, not to micromanage, but to let them know that this is their time with leadership. They get to, bend the ear of the whole team. And then we also do one-on-one time. We're sensitive, sometimes they're too busy or they don't feel like they need one-on-one time. They don't need that private setting to share something. And so we move along that way. Just, being cognizant that everyone has a different learning style, so you want to be all inclusive. Some people are more visual, those kind of things. So we incorporate that in, sending emails, giving them shout outs in front of the team, promoting them when, it's the right time and the right fit. I think it's a testament when you work with someone at another employer group and then they actually come and join your new team because they like the environment they worked in and they want to follow along. So those are all types of things. Also advocating for them with senior leadership, you know, um, drawing out attention, when they have done something that should be rewarded, whether it's a verbal, hey, thank you for that type of thing, or we've done really well on our reporting for that quarter, just shout out like that so that they at least know that someone sees them.
Absolutely. Yes. Right. Recognition. I know you mentioned publicly, right?
Yeah,
Making them feel seen, which makes a huge difference, right? We all want
yeah.
to be seen um, and in the workplace and know that our work really makes a difference. Our work matter, right? And
Yeah.
what is your, you know, um, advice to leaders who wanted to number one advice to leaders who wanted to build company culture that attract and retain good people.
So, right now I work in a remote role. It's mostly remote. And so it is a little more challenging at times to make sure everybody feels seen, heard, and appreciate it. You can still do things, just like you mentioned, you can send little notes off through the mail, the snail mail method, that still works, right?
Right,
Most of the time it's
yes.
an email. And we also try to do, even though we all work remotely and they're all spread across several states, right? We still try to have live in-person training sessions. And when I do any kind of training across my facilities, I also give them the power to conduct the training themselves. So that builds them up. And, I may not always be the leader in my role, right? But it's a testament to your leadership style when you build people up and they're able to fill in when you're either not available or you leave the company and they can promote within, right? So you want to leave somebody in a better situation than how they came in.
So learning opportunity, growth opportunities,
Growth, yes,
right?
professional growth and career growth, and yes.
That's awesome. Giving them the chance to grow and to be a better version of themselves. And I also talked with a new LinkedIn connection just last week. She joined the new company that's also in healthcare as well. And she mentioned, she wanted to make a change. That was her about third month, and she want everyone to feel welcome from day one. So creating that experience for their employees starting day one. And that's why we were talking about, she said, I need some ideas for onboarding kit that our employees, team members will actually use and appreciate. And I asked her, her thought on building a thriving team too. And she mentioned, just as you said, giving them the opportunity to grow and, and also create the experience that everyone wanted to be part of, right? I remember
Mhm.
when I worked at Hilton, the day one job I got, well, that was my first job in Chicago, and it wasn't a high leadership position, but on the first day, I got my personalized folder with my name on it. Welcome,
Nice.
Sue Wei. And I was like, wow, they
They
definitely know
care.
how to make
Yeah.
people feel seen, heard, right? And from there, I start thinking, wow, what can I do? What can we do to help make everyone else around us feel seen and valued? And I know you are the person that cares so much about people around you, and that you put so much effort and to help them um, make their work you know feel make them feel seen and heard and appreciated. And the May, it's coming up, it's the Nurse Appreciation Week,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Little things what we can do and to really bring the moment that help them feel seen. And what do you find really uh, I would say resonating with the people that you work with or you're leading? What is it? Thank you card? Is it onboarding? Is it celebrating their milestones? Or is it on their special days, birthdays? What do you personally do?
So for me, everyone comes into the office for the very first day of orientation, and all the leadership makes personal visits. So I'm lucky. I live locally where it's local to the main office, the my full time employer, and I just make that personal visit, hand touch. We review some things in person, let them have the opportunity to ask questions, being very approachable. I think that goes a long way. I remember being new in the profession and kind of feeling like I had two left feet and half the confidence that I needed. And just knowing that you can approach someone and they can, resonate and share and understand where you may feel like you need a little more growth and those kind of things. And you set those types of things forward. So having that personal in-person touch, I think helps a lot. That psychological safety where you're approachable, and then a shared purpose, share the company's vision, help them buy into what we're actually employed to do. I get a lot of satisfaction in knowing that we're helping seniors and those who are the most vulnerable at a most vulnerable time in their life, and they need those case management services, someone who help navigate through the system for them. So a lot of it, is personal reflection as a team member that joins the team as well. It can't always be from the outside, right? It has to, you build them up and they feel good on the inside as well.
Absolutely, yes. Right, absolutely. Giving and be an approachable leader, and so they feel they can always be open and talk to you about challenges they face day to day, the issues they may not feel comfortable talking about. So having that avenue, open, and so they feel they are supported on the team, on the job, because a lot of time they are working under pressure. They
Mhm.
are working, maybe they are even understaffed a lot of times, right?
Yes, that's the common theme usually in the healthcare field. So, we're asking for a little more, and sometimes you're not paid as much as what you might want to be paid, right? So you have to add other things of value to them that, the personal recognition, those kind of things that make them feel seen and included. And by getting their buy-in, sometimes they have fabulous ideas, right? Just because we've done something 100 times one way doesn't mean that there's not areas of opportunity to do them differently or better. And so we've seen areas of opportunity with, improved performance through like changing an eFax company. It made it more effective. They broke it out, gave different fax numbers to each team member. So now they don't have to go through a shared box for everyone, right? Just little things like that could be process improvements, save a lot of time for the company, which essentially saves money, right? Because now they're more productive. So just being aware of those types of things.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's what we want. Yeah, totally. I agree with that. And when you are building a company culture that people feel, they belong, they are proud of, and they feel like they are supported, and even when they had cases they need to leave, right, for another job, a better, they need to go back to school for whatever reason, but they will be the ambassador for the company rather than talking bad about, oh, this company, you don't want work there. This is
Yeah,
horrible, right? We wanted to
that's
build
true.
a
Yes.
culture that, attract people, and people will be your people will be the ambassador for the brand, and because they enjoy the experience working with the leadership, it really, I say a lot of time, where you work, it's the leader who you work with, how they lead, right? That
Mhm.
makes us make those decisions whether we want to stay or not. It doesn't, I mean, yes, pay is important, right?
Mhm.
It's something that we sustain our family and other daily needs, necessities, but essentially, everyone wants to be recognized. They want to be seen. They wanted to know their work really, you value their work, the things they do on day-to-day basis. A lot of times they are caring for others, and you know they may not even have the time to think about their own needs. I know last year we did for the Indiana University Health, for the mental health month, and they wanted to bring that awareness to the team members. So they did free coffee for a whole month to
Oh,
bring
wow.
awareness to mental health, and we helped with the coffee cups and the design part as well. So for the design, what we did is using the mental health theme, of course, but also adding and their logo IU Health, right?
Okay.
And then a part that I added is, taking care of I and you, and that's what matters.
I love
So,
that.
and when my thank you. And when my client sees that, she was like, "Wow, love it. Let's go with 2,000." And
Oh, wow.
and that's the impact that we are making as leaders, to help them really feel seen, right? And see, show them that we care about them, not just how much they can produce, what they can do, the shift that they can take, but also really making them feel they are seen. So that is very, which is very important. And do you just, now I know we worked on some project to, for your teams on T-shirt and other things. Do you see, or do you maybe share a personal experience that you've used gifting strategy in helping team members feel seen and appreciated?
Mhm. Absolutely. So we've actually used your company several times, right? So in my various roles, as well as my professional nonprofit organization, with T-shirts, just different items like hats. A lot of people like to buy hats or the different little trinkets. One of the most fabulous things that I ever purchased from you was that little technological device. For nurses who go in the hospital and intermingle with the families and the patients and help to make a decision on their next level of care from the acute setting. They were able to see a virtual tour and have an explanation of the offerings at the facility so they can make an educated decision on, is this the right center for me or whatever. We've done T-shirts for the nonprofit organization. We've done nice pullovers through your organization. All your items are quality, so it's been nice. And I think leading by example, right? We mentioned leading by example, being the thoughtful and those kind of things. I would appreciate it, and I think a lot of people also resonate with that, and you see them build up their personal pride, having the products branded with the various companies. Then they take more ownership in it. So yeah. We've
Right.
also
Yeah.
done chocolates. We've gifted chocolates and different type of food items. You made some really nice candy bars before that are branded and have nice little messages in them and the various things like that. So yeah, very
Right. And
impactful.
to me, it's not, and you I know you agree too. It's not just the gift itself, it's how we make them feel, right? And
Mhm.
I'm sure you would resonate on that one. People may not remember what we did or what we said, but they will never forget how we made them feel.
That's so true.
Right. Yes. So the little things that we do and the message that we create to that resonate with your audience really makes a huge difference. And a lot of time people ask me, or they want to have maybe a mug. They want to have their phone number on it. They wanted to have their website. They want to have all the, you know, advertising piece on it. Great. I know you're thinking about you as a brand, but what about our audience? Do they want it? Is that something they would use and appreciate it? Right? So when we
Speaking of
talk about
branding, yeah, speaking of branding, you actually branded my organization for me, created my business cards and my logo and all those things that I had no idea that your team actually works on. So yeah.
absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And so the design, we help clients from brainstorming, design, all the way to fulfillment, create that, one-stop source, a one-stop partner for all the branded marketing solutions. Yeah, tell us a little about what you do for your own company, Managed Care Consultant. So, if people want to reach out, they'll know how to reach out to Dr. Sam.
So, with my managed care consultants, I work on a contract basis, help employers or providers become contracted with insurance companies, help them do claims recoveries with insurance payers. I have a very successful track record with recovering millions of dollars for various organizations, train up the teams, teach them the process. With managed care, most people are enrolled in a managed care program of some sort now. My specialty is like the Medicare Advantage, anything with Medicare, the senior population. We still integrate with commercial payers and PACE programs, everything, and just helping to teach on the landscape for that. I was actually in Chicago yesterday presenting about institutional special needs programs. So I present on topics, if they need certified education units or those kind of things. I helped set with that. And other tasks, that could be healthcare related on a case by case basis, that I have areas of expertise in.
Awesome. Great. Well, thank you, Dr. Sam. I appreciate you joining and sharing your story and your insight on how to, help make your team feel seen and appreciated. And I appreciate you a million times. And
Thank you.
thanks so much. And thanks to our listeners. And we'll have a great day.
Thank you so much for having me, and thanks everybody for joining.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.